Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Ongaku to You for the week of April 13th, Friday the 13th,
Jason Voorhees is out
2018.
there somewhere.
He's out there somewhere. Just be careful of the lakes, my friends.
Yep.
I'm your host, Ken, and with me we have Gray.
What's happening? It's Dos Compadres once again.
It is Dos Compadre once again. Maybe Luna is out there in the Camp Crystal Lake somewhere. We gotta make sure she's okay.
She is a huge horror fan, so I wouldn't be shocked. She's probably testing the
We,
waters, literally.
we gotta send Tommy Jarvis out there.
He's our only hope.
He is our only hope. Him and his stupid shotgun.
It didn't
But
help him
yeah,
much in that
how have
movie,
you
but
been,
yeah.
Gray?
Ah, it's been a really good week for me. I got a new job, so I can't complain.
Whoa ho!
Well,
Congratulations.
well, I mean, I owe them a lot of money, so it's not it's not the best, but it's an opportunity to advance, and that's what I'm excited for. It's a new career field. It's one that will hopefully get me more time to dedicate to the show because we're growing in an awesome and unique way. I am uber. I've never been more excited for the show and the show's future than I am right now. But I'm also starting a real estate career, and that will that'll be the future. And I told the guy that I interviewed my annual income last year, and he's like, "Well, if you just stumble through the program and put forth zero effort, you will earn that easy." So the world is my oyster. I live in the third largest growing city in the United States, so the housing market here is on fire, and I am excited to jump in. So yeah, it's really good. I talked to my boss today. My day was like my last regular day at my current job, and then I kind of start working nights there in 2 weeks. Because I get paid on commission, so until I sell something, I don't get paid at all.
Well,
Oh. How have you been, man?
I've been okay. I've been slaving away on something that we'll announce pretty soon. That I've been kind of keeping in the back burner to the point that all my free time has been basically going into this project. And yeah, pretty much besides that, work's been okay. It's a very slow week right now. Not much of the tourists are coming, so I am free
How
as a bird, as you might say.
but how bad is Golden Week? That's in a couple of weeks, and I imagine
Uh,
you're slammed during Golden Week.
It'll probably be up uptick to 1,000 people per day coming in.
That's a lot of peeps.
As of right now, we're only getting like 500, 5 to 600 people, and it's just normal.
Oh, well, I guess I guess doubling isn't. I mean, that's still a lot of peeps.
That is a lot of people. To the point that in my department, you can end up waiting for a while in my department because there's just so many people that we have to deal with. But besides that, I mean, you only have to deal with patients,
Not too bad.
and I won't have to deal with it too much, mostly because the busy days that they need me, I don't work on those days. So
Later, losers.
later losers. But yeah,
No fear of them calling you in on your day off.
no, I blocked that number on Fridays and Saturdays.
Why can't we reach you on your day? I don't know. Cell
I don't
towers
know,
and
man.
cell towers around here, man. They funky.
They funky, man. I live on the rougher side of town where the
Well,
cell service ain't so great.
I was talking to my mom today, and the call was dropped, and she called me back, and my dad was like, "Oh, we were talking about what could have dropped it," and they live in the mountains where there's no signal whatsoever. But my dad was like, "Oh, the wind probably did it," and I'm like, "Oh." I don't think that's how it works, Dad.
Lamp.
Love
But
you
yeah,
to
what
death, but I don't think that's quite how it works.
what have you been listening to though, Gray, lately?
It has been mostly number 6 on this week's singles list. Um,
No.
it has been 95% that. uh, Last night on the way home, because I visited my parents to tell them the excellent news that I'm changing careers. Um, I listened to some Little Glee Monster because I had went all week without listening to it, and I'm like, I need to pick me up. And it was funny because up until that point, I was so worried and nervous and anxious about this interview. And the first song I listened to coming back from my parents is "Don't Worry, Be Happy." And I'm like, man, I'm an idiot. I should have been playing that all week. Which "Don't Worry, Be Happy" is the new opening for the show. We're giving that a trial run, see how people like it and stuff. We had to change openings due to a little feedback, but also just to the fact that I lost the file, and instead of using the same old song as before, I opted to go with something new. So we're trying something new. Please let us know if you like it. If you want us to change it, maybe it's too bubblegum. Who knows? Let us know. We'll figure something out. But I have been listening to Kei Kizaka's 46 Crack the Glass mostly. I don't know why, but every time like I'm in the mood to hear something, uh, Gasun Oware is stuck in my head, and the Zen song. I will catch myself dancing to the Zen song. Um, Usually I envision a woman in my arms as I'm doing circles in my bedroom. Uh, Pathetic, I know, but life of a single man. You know, you get you enjoy the company you can't create. So I've been that's what I've been listening to. I've been listening to a little bit of Daichi as well because they've added his entire almost his entire discography to iTunes. And one of my favorite songs that he does was not on his best of album, and that is Bring It Down. And oh my lord, I love that song. It is so good. The music video is a little weird. The whole music video takes place in a parking garage, but uh, it is one of my
That's
absolute favorite songs. So good.
that wouldn't be the weirdest music video you ever saw. I'll tell you that much.
Lord no. One of the ones we'll talk about later today is a sharp contender for the weirdest, but even that's not going to ever win. The acid trip one, that's going to win all day. I've repressed the name of it. It like what was it? I don't know. By forgetting it, I don't have to go back and look it up and accidentally find it. I can just kind of
Oh, is it the idol group of the men
the
dressing women?
yes, yeah, it's that one.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
That one wins as the most bizarre music video I have ever seen. But but Bring It Down is bizarre for Daichi in my opinion because normally his stuff is a little bit more grounded, and that song takes place in a parking lot for some or in a parking garage for some weird reason. It's just like, I don't know what you were doing here. And then there's this strange cloaked figure in the music video. But the music video cuts out before you see who the cloaked figure is. Like he's taking off his mask, and the screen cuts to black, and you're like, "Boo! Is there a sequel to this?" Probably not. I don't know. But I've also been listening to a little bit of Daichi Miura as well, and I think there was somebody else I was listening to. Well, I mean, I was listening to Bobby Brown earlier because when I ride in the truck, I get to listen to R&B all day, and um, you know, I think my prerogative is really catchy, so I was listening to that earlier today. We were actually riding down one of the streets, and we started doing like a lyrical trade off with the other dude in the car. Like he'd sing he'd say one line, I'd say the next line, and back and forth until I blew it because I didn't know the next line. So we went 5 lines deep before I messed it up. So I'm real proud of myself on that one. It could have went shorter. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I did break out a old Do As Infinity song. Oh, and I picked up the opening to Junie Tyson. I'm glad I remembered this. Um, it's done by a group called um, Panorama something or another.
Oh,
Um, yeah, their song Rapture from Panorama Addiction. Like I've been listening to that. Well, I've just been listening to that one song, but I'm going to go back and get all the other songs on that because Rapture is really good. And I love how he says the word rapture, how he rolls his R's as he says it. I can't repeat it because I just have the inability to do that. But the way that he says rapture is so cool. And it's a weird name for a band, but I genuinely like. You've heard of them?
yeah, I've heard of them, but not so much. You take a gander to listen, unfortunately.
I recommend the singular song. When I listen to the rest of their music, I'll let you know if they're worth checking out. But check out Rapture. It's really good. It was the opening for Junie Tyson, and Do As Infinity did the ending, but I'm blanking on the name of the ending at the moment, and that's really good too. And that's it. I'm sorry I took so long. What you been
No,
listening to,
no,
kid?
no. Ironically, a lot of heavy metal.
Eh, nothing wrong
Uh,
with that.
okay, so I bought the Resurrection of F movie from iTunes, and I was like, oh man, I forgot that they had this song called F, and F is the heavy metal song by Maximum the Hormone, and then I was like, oh man, I used to love Maximum the Hormone. I wonder if I still have a couple of their songs, and I just went on this huge heavy metal bin. I got all of Sadie's songs, all of Maximum the Hormone songs. I also got Gilgamesh's songs. I was like, oh man,
I think I've heard of
just my
Gilgamesh.
yeah. You probably have. They were part of this really terrible, very terrible ad when they came to Anime Expo back in the years, and one of the guys was like, "Oh yeah, and I could watch Gilgamesh." They butchered it so badly. I was just like, okay.
Oh man. He's not wrong. Yeah. No, he was completely off. But yeah,
He's completely off. Besides that, nothing really much. I've been listening to the same old things. I did take a listen to The Greatest Showman again because I watched the movie also, and I was just like,
I need to see this
the
movie.
the
Mostly
Jackman man.
because, mostly because I'm just a huge La La Land fan, and I need to see this because it's like the guy that I don't the guy that wrote the music for La La Land is the guy that wrote the music for this. So I'm like man, you got it.
Yes.
There's got to be equal quality because there's not a bad song in La La Land. I dare you to tell me one song in that movie is bad, and I will tell you to leave because that movie is awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Just random stuff here and there, just a couple of M-Flow stuff, but mostly I just went down this huge heavy metal binge, and it was very uncomfortable trying to not listen to all those songs while I'm at work.
Heavy metal's frowned upon.
Heavy metal, and it's not so much that heavy metal is frowned upon, but there is a lyric in a couple of the songs that is human suckers, human effers. And I was just like, yep, I can't listen to this in Japanese or around American people for that matter.
Oh no. Yeah, that's yeah. I can see why you would you're like I'm just gonna play this softly.
Yeah,
Even though heavy
just a
metal's
little
meant to
bit.
be
Yeah.
blared at the top of like pushing the limits of your speakers. or at
Yes.
least I
But
in my mind, yeah.
I did play the F song while I was at work, and then my friend was like, "Oh, Frieza."
He is. I think Frieza is one of the most popular villains in Japanese entertainment history. Like people that
Well,
know nothing about anime know about Frieza. So
oh yeah,
he's very popular. And if
yeah.
you're
Well,
listening to the show and
and
you don't know who
also
Frieza is, I feel sorry for you.
in the song they just yell out Frieza, Frieza, destroy everyone.
Well, if Frieza had his way, he certainly would.
But yeah, let's go on to some news. And I want to take a moment here to announce something.
Oh,
So this has been kind of going around in the
1 second.
background. Oh, yes.
Before we get to the major announcement, I do remember Luna telling us what she's been listening to, and it feels like
Oh
a
yeah.
disservice to leave that out. So let's grab that real quick. She has been listening to Kodakumi and Ayumi Hamazaki remix albums. LOL.
Oh yeah. The best of Drive hit just got released fairly recently, so I'm pretty sure she picked that up.
Yeah. She probably picked it up.
Knowing her, she probably did.
Oh yeah. And thank you, Luna, for doing all that you do for us. We hope
Yes.
oh, we hope everything turns out good.
Yeah.
Because I think she said she wasn't feeling good, so hopefully she gets to feeling better.
Yeah.
But on with the news. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away. This is a big announcement.
This is a very big announcement. So we finally have an official website up. It's
Woohoo!
ongakuto.com, all one word. We have everything. Um, with that site, we can drop some news that we don't usually get to talk on the show all too much, mostly because, um, we try to keep everything. We try to introduce new things or new artists, but a lot of it isn't really mainstream, and a lot of the mainstream stuff just overwashes everything. And we kind of want to talk about everything within the show,
Yeah.
because
If we tried to cover everything, this would be a 4-hour show, and we would have no life. So, in order for things to be manageable, we do the best that we can to cover what we have. And it is unfortunate some things really go under the radar, and we still want to cover that stuff. And the website is an excellent way for us to do that. So if there's something you're interested in and we're not talking about on the show, check the website. Hopefully it's there. And if not, let us know. We can look into it and hopefully get it on the site.
and with that, not only are we going to be putting news stuff on there, we are actually going to start doing reviews on albums and singles that don't usually get to talk about on the show. Like for example, uh, the Umflo song or the Umflo album. We've talked about it over the past couple months on the show, but it never reached Oricron, so I haven't gotten a chance to actually talk about it more.
Yeah,
And I want to use the site to actually talk more in depth about certain artists and stuff like that too.
yeah. Um, it's. I mean, when you're talking about the top 10, and there's only so many people, there's vying for the top 10. Only so many people can get in, and it is like there's a few things that I genuinely love. We haven't had a chance to talk about, and so it'll give me an opportunity to also express interest in a band that I think doesn't get enough love, or an underappreciated group of some sort. So it is really exciting. We're happy, and the latest episodes will be posted to the website as well. And all of our
Yes.
contact information is at the top.
Yeah, can easily connect to us. We have a Facebook page up and running. We have an Instagram page also, and of course our Twitter page where we try to keep in touch with everything. And with that, I want to give a huge shout out to one of our affiliates. Actually, he is Kuryu Hunter. He's actually our friend that's in Japan right now, pretty much being the mailbox for
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 Luna.
Luna.
I don't know what she's gonna do when he leaves, but it's gonna be a sad day for her.
We're gonna have to find a new mailbox.
Oh. I think I
But
think has things for her right now. He needs to ship her.
yeah,
And
yeah,
from
I, I,
what I understand, it's like this is a constant everyday thing for.
yeah. He gets kind of really. I don't want to say upset, but he gets really surprised because the stuff that he receives from her comes in these huge long boxes, and then and it's just a CD size thing with a poster.
And
And
that
he's just like,
poster's
sure,
important.
I mean, I can use this boxes to ship stuff back to her, but it's just like, what am I gonna do with it now? But yeah, um, Koryu Hunter, he's a Twitch streamer right now, an English speaking Twitch streamer that mostly focuses on Japanese games. So if you wanna see the latest games in Japanese before they get translated, you should watch him.
Yep. He's a longtime
But
friend of the show, and we've talked about having him on too. So right now, while he's in Japan, that's a little hard. But when he moves back to America, we're definitely going to try to make certain he gets on the show. So look forward to a future guest speaker. Um, and if he's listening to the show, like just let us know, man, when you're ready, because we'd love to have you on.
yeah, and you can reach him at twitch.tv/Koryu Hunter. That is KYORUHUNTER. Koryu Hunter. But yeah, but once I really wanted us to talk about this major site because it's been a major project that I've been putting in the last couple of days, literally.
You've been doing an
No, no,
excellent
no,
job. So
no free time. Just go home, work on site, news, sleep.
oh, what are video games?
What are
Uh,
video games? I
I
miss
don't know.
those.
We all
It's
do.
it's.
Oh.
But yeah, but yeah. Let's continue on to some other Japanese music news now.
Yes.
First and foremost, Shiina Ringo teases a brand new album. But what's interesting about this album, it is a album, kind of going up to celebrating her 20th year anniversary of becoming a performer, and it'll have accompanying stars like Utada Hikaru and the Deitch,
Yes. Sorry, didn't
and
mean to go evil on that one, but yes.
Kaela Kimura. And the album's called Adam Adam to Eve to Ringo, just a pun on her name there.
Well,
It'll be released.
is it Adam to Eve to Ringo, or is it Adam to Eve to Ringo? Because to in Japanese, if I remember correctly, is and, so it would be Adam and Eve and apple, which would symbolize the
Well,
forbidden fruit that they ate in the garden. Like, I wonder if that's what she was going for.
perhaps. Yeah, it would be very interesting to see the reason why she chose that name.
Uh,
But yeah,
there's a bunch of teasers for the album on YouTube right now you could check out, but the two that I'm most interested in are not on YouTube yet, and that's Daichi and Utada. So I'm a little miffed at that. But
they know. They know that's why.
they know the big sellers and they're holding them back.
Yeah.
Jerks.
But yeah, the album will be released on May 23rd. You can actually check our website for that for more info there, and you can actually reserve that copy right now. But yeah, with that, our next bit of news here, our very favorite, I guess, Gyaru Inca singer Nishi no Kana is to release a new single called "I Love You," and it'll be very, very soon. I want to say within the next week or so.
April
This is
18th.
Kana's first, yeah, April 18th. This is Kana's first single release since Love It back in November, and the single will serve as a new theme song for a movie called Tonari no Kaibutsu-kun, which will be on the following week. So the I think they released the music video. She's been teasing the music video for quite a while, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's already up. Granted, I think it's Sony, and Sony will not probably release it internationally.
Boo.
Boo, indeed.
Sony is not interested in international bucks, and I don't get why. Like, money's money. Like, come on, man. Release the floodgates and let the gold coins just wash over you like Scrooge McDuck as you swim
Yeah.
in the gold.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
like
Yes.
it just infuriates me when people are like, "Yeah, we want to give you money and you don't want it. What's wrong with you? It's money."
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because Ajicon released their, I guess, a music video for I think it's called Survivor's March. Survivor's March is what I remember the translation being. And what's significant of that is Ajicon, or Asian Kung Fu Generation, is a Japanese, or is a Sony owned group. So obviously, when the music video first got released, we couldn't watch it. So I was just happy that they brought it to their international account. It just released last night, I believe. So it's really good,
Yeah,
actually. The guitar riff is amazing.
I've not had a chance to listen to it, but I love Asian Kung Fu Generation, and it is on my short list of things to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are still a group, and they're still continuing on live tours all the way up into, I think, July. So, which is really good. So I don't want them to stop, obviously. But yeah, going on to some other news. Namie Amuro is going to collaborate with H&M. It's that music company, right? If I remember correctly.
Fashion company.
Fashion company. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
HFM.
You're thinking of
Sorry.
H&M. H&M is a fashion line. Very popular with the ladies, if I am
Very
correct.
popular with ladies. Our residential female correspondent of the group isn't here to let us know about that, but yeah,
She would be the one to know, and I'm certain she's excited for this because she loves Namie. She might be a huge H&M fan. I don't want to assume. But it looks to be a summer themed set with tops, bottoms, dresses, and jackets.
I feel bad for Koryu Hunter because he's probably gonna get all of these.
Maybe I don't know. Well, H&M is Swedish, so maybe not, or maybe so.
Maybe not. Maybe
Maybe
so.
so.
I think the collaboration is only gonna be within Japan. That's why.
Probably it would make sense because she has more marketing push in Japan than she does in Sweden or America. So yeah, he might get some dresses.
Oh, that's a very bad image that I'm having of him wearing one of those dresses now.
I don't think he would be caught dead in a dress, but it'd be hilarious. Maybe get a few beers in him. We'll see what happens.
We'll see there. Moving on to some other news here. Takanori Nishikawa Mayavi Hisashi of Glade, and Coco team up for a Hyde tribute album. So this is, if you guys don't know, Hyde is he was the lead guitarist for X Japan. Unfortunately, he passed away back in 1998, um, due to what seemed to have been looking like a suicide attempt, or suicide, not attempt, because he passed.
Yeah.
But
Sad.
he was a very he was the trendsetter to start what is now known as Visual Kei, um, which was very popular in the late 90s to, well, it's still fairly popular, but not as popular as it's been in the mid aughts. But this tribute album seems to be very, very, very interesting because they have a bunch of other people here. They have Breakers, who's Daigo Star, not Daigo Umehara. That would be very interesting to see Daigo Umehara sing. If you don't know who that is, he's like the top tier Street Fighter player in Japan.
I was like, I don't know who Daigo Ugehara is, but okay. Okay, now
He's
it would be
the beast.
fascinating. It would be fascinating. I mean, I was reading, I think, Kotaku, and it's not Cardi B, uh, Nicki Minaj, I think, just released a Chun Li rap song.
Oh yeah, and then like people are like saying that's not right.
Yeah, because she made Chun Li as a villain, and like Chun Li's like as straight cop. Like she's like,
Cop.
uh, I don't think you know your Street Fighter lore like you think you do.
It's interesting. But yeah, Meavi is also in this, and if you guys don't know who Meavi is, he's also a Visual Kei artist, and he's the Japanese guy in the beginning of King Kong Skull Island. If you watched that movie,
Which I have not, but I hear that's actually a stellar movie.
it's very good. I liked it. Flo is actually in this album too, so
I love Flow. Okay, now I'm interested because I love Flow.
yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting. So, but yeah, this tribute album seems to be very, very star-studded, and of course, because it gave way to like Visual Kei, honestly. So once we kind of get a little bit more steam, we'll talk more so about Visual Kei because it is very interesting to see how what is Visual Kei, and how that ended up being a huge movement in Japan.
All I know about Visual Kei is it's a thing that exists and it was really popular in the early 2000s.
It is a thing that exists. And I was a very heavy fan back when I was a senior in high school. That was my life, the Visual Kei life.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's more music videos than anything else, right?
Yeah, but they dress a certain style,
Oh.
and that style is what we always, well, me and my group of friends wanted to always try to look like. But
Well, I mean, it's called
we
Visual Kei
can,
for a reason. You got to visualize
yeah,
something.
yeah. But going on to a little bit of sadder news. So Utada Hikaru unfortunately announced that she will be divorcing her husband after 4 years of marriage. So
I will agree it's sad news, but depending on your mindset, you can see this as really good news. I'm just saying.
yeah, I'm just saying too. So I finally have that chance. Step back, world. Fight me, time.
Oh, oh. Watch out, Utadakin's coming.
Well, I have to go to New York first. I have to go see Juju first.
That's right. I forgot about that. Oh. Yes,
I
yeah,
need
go
to go
see
to New York
Juju.
first.
Go see Juju,
Maybe I'll
and
see
then
Utada because she lives in New York too, if I remember
yeah.
correctly.
Oh, I know she grew up in New York, so is she? probably has a home in New York. I know she visits
Probably.
America regularly. She speaks amazing English. So yeah, I could see that. And her divorce, by the way, broke what, an hour after we finished recording the last episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man. So, but it I will say it's sad. Just in general, it's always a little sad when you see a marriage fail like that. But I'm certain they have their reasons, and um, I hope they both find happiness.
Yeah.
Um, and that's
I feel I kind of feel
all.
bad for the son because
Uh, Divorces are always hardest on the kids, because they're just
yeah,
caught in the crossfire. So
yeah,
it's really crappy sometimes. But hopefully, her husband's pretty rich too, because I think he's a producer. Um,
oh, you're thinking of her first marriage.
of course I would. Of course I would be. So who's she married to now?
She was married to like this Italian guy, I think. Or no, this British guy. He used to be a bartender, I think.
Oh, I was gonna say like maybe he was a spicier meatball than she wanted.
Yeah. Yep. So if a bartender has a chance, a tour guide has a chance.
Oh. A young budding real estate agent also has a chance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch out, world.
Oh.
But
Like,
yeah.
you think I'm gonna let Utana go uncontested? Are you crazy? Ken, we're friends, but I will fight you for her.
but yeah. With that, let's go on to the Orcon. Let's start with the singles first here. And at number 10, once again, it is Sarase Fuyu no Arashi by Yamauchi Keisuke. It's that Inca song that appeared last week. No, about 2 weeks ago now. No.
No, it was
Yeah,
last.
about 2 weeks ago. Last week. Last week.
Yeah, it was last. It was number one last week, if I remember correctly. So
Yeah. And yeah, not much we can say about it. It's Inca.
yeah,
I
it's Inca.
it's a little bit more difficult to get Inca here from where I'm getting.
I've had a hard time finding
But
it, so yeah, it's a little difficult to get, but it's nice to see he's been really successful.
yeah, and that sold a wonderful 4,000 copies. Going on up to number 9. Once
Yes,
again, SKE48 for their monthly visit here with Muishi no Iro.
I love this song. I get
Just
I try to get the excuse to listen to it every chance I get. So every time it's on here, it's just good news for me. I get to hear it again, and I have an excuse to listen to it. Not that I need one much. And for SKE fans, or if you're interested in getting into SKE, there is good news. Apple iTunes has added a bunch of their old singles, so you can deep dive into some of their older stuff. The newer stuff is still not there. I think the most recent thing I found was from 2015, but still,
mm,
they've got they've added a lot of stuff compared to the fact that nothing was up there a week ago, and there's now like 40, 60 songs. They've added quite a lot, so definitely worth checking out. And all the singles that they have up there, they have the A, the B, the C, and the D versions. So you can pick and choose who you want the cover to look like, or what songs you want.
oh wow, that is interesting. I'm kind of looking through it right now, and
It's
uh,
fascinating. When I
yeah,
saw that,
they
I was
they
like,
have
I've never seen this before, and I am blown away by it.
I'm kind of sad though because they don't have the. Hold on, let me try to see if they have it or not. Yeah, they don't have it. They don't have Paru to Emeru, which is the song that they filmed in Hawaii.
Oh,
I'm waiting on that though. They have Okie Dokie, which is my favorite song by them actually. So
I was going to get your recommendations because I was wanting to pick some up, but I can't pick up all of them. So I was like, let me talk to Ken and get some recommendations, and I just did not get the chance.
yeah,
Although
out of
I
this
noticed
entire
this earlier
list,
today.
Okie Dokie is probably the song that I would recommend. Also, Katomori finally, which is a very good song, and the music video hints on a subject that is kind of interesting. It talks about coming out,
Hmm.
and the song deals with that. So coming out, and and the repercussions that deals with. And Ice-T Boo is also really good. That's their summer song of the following year after Paruto to Amuro. But yeah, that's the songs that I see off the cuff that I would highly recommend. But yeah, Muishiki no Iro sold this time around 5,800 copies. And going on up
At
to
least
number
it's
8.
at least it's not as high as last week.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, I wouldn't do that just yet because there's another one, a new one.
Yeah, I'm just blocking this out from my mind already. It is
Uh,
Idol Master Million The Adder Generation number 6. Cle- we never determined what the title of the song was. It was Clear Sky, Clear Sky,
Clee Sky.
Clear Sky.
It is on the cover. It is Cleasky. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Clee Sky.
yeah. Clear Sky. Go Clear Sky. I choose you.
That does sound like a Pokemon. Why'd you have to point that out? Uh,
But yeah, that's so they wonderful. 6,800 copies. Then continuing on to number 7. It is Lemon once again by Yonezu Kenshi. I'm very interested on seeing this on the physical side because on the digital side, we don't really get to talk about this much. I talk about it more so on our website, but the digital side, this song has been dominating. It's been number 1 for like 8 weeks. Just the song
huh.
itself, Lemon. And personally, I don't like Lemon. I like
The B
the
song is
other song.
better.
The B side. The B song is better in my mind.
Yeah, that's the thing
The
that just stupefies me. I'm like, really? Did we hear the same lemon? It's a little
I
sour, and I don't mean that as necessarily a pun. Okay, I did mean that as a pun, but still, I'm like, I,
No, the B song is cranberries and pancakes, and I'd rather just eat cranberries all day.
I could go for pancakes right about now.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, that sold a wonderful 10,000 copies, 10,300 to be precise. There, we'll give them the 3 extra, 10,400.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you wanna,
they missed it by
if you,
3.
yeah, if you wanna hear our initial reception on this single, you can just go back a month. I think it showed up then.
Yeah, it is a weird music video too.
But yeah, going on up to number 6. It is Glass Ware by Kezaki Kaya, 46. Once again.
I do love this single. Like I said, it's mostly what I've been listening to this week. It's 7 tracks, but man, some of them are really, really good. And honestly, my favorite song is not the Glass song. It is the it's the Zen song, because it's just I love that song. But I rewatched the music video earlier today because I couldn't remember the music video. I had another music video stuck in my head, and I thought that that was it. So I wanted to rewatch it. So I rewatched it, and I will say the girl that plays center on this song, if she really
Hmm.
wanted to, she could kill some Kaneda cosplay from Akira. I'm just saying, she's got the hair, she's got the face, she's got the leather jacket that's red. The only thing it's missing is she needs to get rid of the excess belts and she needs to slap a giant pill on the back of it. And she would be nailing Kaneda right now. I'm just saying.
Ah, man, just the hair and the face and everything, right?
And she's got his hair down to a T. It is
Yeah.
stupefying. I'm like, it it dawned on me because in the music video they're all wearing leather jackets, but every one of them is black, and she's the only red, so she stands out. But halfway through that music video, I'm like the way her hair rested on her face, I'm like, she looks like Kaneda in that picture. And I would never have pieced the two together if it wasn't for the fact I had just seen Ready Player One, and that movie got me thinking about Akira again. And I'm like, and so I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, oh man, she's a dead ringer for Kaneda. I mean, of the characters to be a dead ringer for, I think, yeah, Kaneda's still pretty bad. You would, in my opinion, if you would look like anybody, you would hope to aspire to the only good person in the entire movie, and that's Kay. But eh, you do what you
Yeah,
can.
do
Like
what you can.
Kay is literally the only good guy in the manga and the anime. But
But yeah,
that's a sidebar for another show. But yes, this is stellar song. I'm glad to see it's moving back up. Like it's a really good single, and it I'm interested to see if it's gonna be like Unconscious Color and just keep popping back up once a month. Like, hey, we're back. Okay, we're gonna go away again until they release the next one, and then you'll never see it again. But you know, it is what it is.
yeah, it's really funny because so one of my coworkers, he's a Japanese coworker of mine, and he kind of outed himself as a Kezaki Kaya Wota, which is a idol fan, and so just randomly he would come by when he's stationed outside with me, he would just like look at me and go, hey, Ken-san, can you go play Kezaki Kaya? Because I really want to listen to it right now. And I was like, okay. And obviously I would just choose glass of water, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there." I would just laugh so hard. I would just laugh so hard.
It's a great song. It's really catchy. Like I can hear it in my head right now. Like, oh yeah. That's good. But it's not the Zen song.
But
That song is
it's the
Zen. I oh,
legit sen.
actually, just for clarity, let me get the name of the song because I long Japanese words I always forget. It's Zen Maiji Kake no Yume.
Which typing was that? B, C, or D?
It was the limited edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was this off the special edition version. It's the fifth song.
Uh, oh, okay. Sengo Ware. Okay. Oh, but yeah, it's not too bad right there. But yeah, this week around it showed a lovely 13,164 copies. I gotta preference that because number 5
You go,
sold
girls.
pretty much. They're pretty much the same there. With number five, Shiroi Shiroi Yuki to Muscato by Jewel Star Nagai. And this is a 8-member idol group by Archdruels. These women, they're gorgeous.
I am not going to disagree with you, but I will point out that I absolutely hated their outfits in that music video, and it ruined the whole experience for me. Man, those are some white
Yeah.
outfits.
Well, it's to expression the white snow.
Yeah, but
But
I'm
yeah,
like they had the white outfits and the white boa and the white feathers in their hair, and I'm like, oh my lord, I can only take so much white, and you've exceeded the white level I can withstand. I was like, oh man, the song itself is really good. I will give it that. The song's good, but whew, the music video is white.
yeah, yeah.
And the digital
It
snow
is
does
a
not help the music video much either.
yeah. It didn't. It didn't help that.
I'm like, you guys couldn't have sprung the budget for the fake artificial snow that we're used to in reality. You had to do the digital snow that just it it's you're not convincing anybody with it, but
But
it's a
yeah,
it's a it's a
it,
nice upbeat song.
yeah.
Yeah,
It sold 13,680 copies, so only 500 away.
yeah, it's pretty tight.
Yeah, it is. Well, this week, up until we get to number 2, I think is just a big departure right there.
3.
3 also.
Although in my
It literally
opinion,
doubled.
3 is we'll get to 3. We got to get to 4 first.
No, I mean, I wish we could just skip 4.
Eh, we'll just cover it quickly and then we can go on to 3.
Yeah,
So I'll do 4 just to break things
yeah.
up. The Idol Master's Cinderella Master, and I still think they're messing up the branding there because they don't have the at symbol for the A there. 49 to 51, Yumi Seki Mitsuko Akira Murakami Tomoe Paradise Last Kiss Street Path is a Street Path was number 4. Do you think there's an interesting story on the last one? Street Path is a street path. Uh, yeah, and a driveway is a driveway. I don't see your point. And that sold a whopping 14,487 copies. So Idolmaster is still Idolmaster in Japan, and one day we may understand why people over there love it so much. Until then, it's a ghost in America. You can't download the games. I still think there's might be an Idolmaster anime. I don't know, but it's not on any streaming sites that I'm aware of. So I'm like, oh well, it's a thing. It's super popular. We'll never know. On to number 3. I'll let you take it from here. Song creeps me
Yeah.
out.
it's it's called Oyasumi Poresu Sayonara Pareforu Parallel World by Dempa Inc. Dempa Gumi Inc. This the the cover of this just terrifies me too. The music video is just terrifying.
The music video will inspire nightmares in small children, for starters. And 2, why were they shooting the weird white grape thing with water? And then it exploded and the girl was in it. I don't understand this music video. The only relatable thing, and I'm going to put this in air quotes because I barely find it relatable, but as a human being, I could moderately relate to this was the guy playing the keyboards with the blue nose. And even he had the apparatus on his head because all the girls in the music video have this weird, it almost looks like a fish bowl, but it's not quite a fish bowl, but it's on their head for some reason. Lord knows why. The thing's not sealed airtight. It's not like they're using it as a life-saving device or trying to keep harmful bacteria out. They're literally just wearing this weird bowl on their head for no reason. But it looks like it's
Well,
tied to a hairband because it has like the metal piece and they all have like that black hairband on. I've paid real close attention to their skulls. And because I was trying to figure out the how they were wearing the bowl on their head, and I'm like, what is going on here? But and the guy playing the keyboard for whatever reason had no shoes on, and why they felt the
I didn't
constant
even
need.
notice it.
How could you not notice it? The man's toenails were painted. I'm like, I'm like, it's a and they were trying to go for that cutesy sound. Like you can just hear it in the song. Like they're trying to be like this ultra cutesy.
Well,
It does not work
okay.
for me.
Okay, so well, I mean, we have to kind of just get in a little bit for Dempagumi Inc. So their style is what we call Dempa style, Dempa songs, and Dempa songs are like intentionally like weird sounding and poppy. It's like bubblegum pop, pretty much, mixed in with Vocaloid.
I didn't hear a Vocaloid in that song.
Well, usually it usually mixes in with Vocaloid.
Oh, okay. I get you.
So yeah,
Still not my jam.
it's just weird. Yeah, it's funny because so like originally they were like a 5-member band, I think. So
I think there's
and
6
then
girls in that music video.
yeah, they're what they were, but then like Niji no Conquistador decided to help out, and they joined. They joined this member group now. So there's like 7. Yeah, there's 7.
Okay, I was like there's like 6 or 7 of them in there, but phew. I will say the music video is worth checking out just for um, laughs. I had to edit myself. I was going to say something else, but it's worth checking out just for sheer what am I watching and why am I watching it? It's not the weirdest music video on this that we've covered. I will give it that. It doesn't reach the weirdness of the boy band, the girl boy band. I don't.
Hoopers. Hoopers. I remember. I remember
Oh
the band
yeah,
name
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
The Hoopers.
Oh well, I'm gonna have nightmares in my sleep again. It's your fault, Ken.
Well, which reminds me, speaking of the Hoopers, they did bring over a new member, so and the girl is actually really cute before they make her into a man.
Oh. She still might be really cute with short hair. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
You can't
But
have
yeah,
you can't have a negative attitude about these things. You gotta think positive.
yeah, I think positive. But yeah, the number 3 sold 33,125 copies. It's pretty good. Pretty much doubled number 4, but
Yeah.
it's only a third of what number 2 made.
Number 2 killed it, and
Number 2 kind of killed it.
I will say number 2 was probably my favorite new song on this list. I like number 1, but number 2 is way better. I'm surprised it ended at number 2, but it's the power of the people behind number 1. So I don't want to say too much or
Let's
get ahead, so we'll get there.
yeah, but number 2, it is A Kind of Love by Cho Tokyu, or Bullet Train, or High Speed Train. What does Google Translate translated it to?
Super Express, But if you look them
Super
up on
Express.
YouTube, it says Bullet Train in plain English.
Yeah,
So
plain,
I would go with Bullet Train.
I guess.
But this song is dope. It's catchy. It's really good. I was trying not to like it, and the song's dope. So I'm like, yeah. I will say the dude that is driving the van in the music video. Spoiler alert. That dude's a jerk. I'm gonna keep that PG because there's two guys on the side of the road that are hitchhiking, as best I can tell, and one guy was trying to flag down somebody. He fails miserably, and the other guy's like I got this. Get out of my way. I got this. Throws his thumbs up, and the guy in the van just barrels by him, and they're like they don't turn to look and see what the van does. For whatever reason, they keep staring off in the same direction that the van came in, and the van comes to a grinding halt just past them. And for a solid 5 seconds, there's just a still shot of the dudes just staring as the direction of oncoming traffic, and the van never once backs up. He just sits there till magically one dude turns around and happens to notice his van has stopped, and they run. I'm like, man, what a jerk! You're not going to back up. Like you stop to pick them up, and you're just going to sit there and let them come to you. Some friend you are. I'll call
Yeah,
you out.
call you out.
You're out of
But
the
yeah,
friends list.
but it's just pretty funny because they're doing the whole color coordination thing again with Japan. I don't know. And after they did their, it's like boys will be boys kind of music video. Because after the hitchhiking shenanigans, they go like free falling, or well, I don't know what you call that.
There's a free falling segment.
Skydive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
skydiving. There's a skydiving segment, but they also just party on the beach, which was nice, I guess.
E-
It's a good song though. I recommend it. Like I've never heard a Bullet Train song. I thought they did a good job, so I definitely check them out.
Yeah, same. This is the first time I've heard of them, and number two left a very good impression on mine. But yeah, that sold a wonderful 98,000 copies.
And it's about half of number one.
Half of number one and a fourth of number one on the album side once we get there.
Was the number one album really
But
that
yeah,
good? Yes, it was.
sales wise, it blew everything out. But
Yes, it did.
getting a little ahead of ourselves. But yeah, with number one, it is NMB48. With what was the Google translation for it? Desire.
That is indeed the Google translation.
Yeah, I think the Japanese one. Hold on, I'm trying to do the translation on the fly here. It is Yokubo Mono. Yokubo Mono, if I remember correctly.
And if you want to look it up on iTunes, because this song is available on iTunes, I think that's the word too that they did. It was Yoko Bumono.
Yoko Mono. But yeah, this one is their dancing song because the choreography was really good in my mind.
I I don't know. I'm a little split on the choreography because they really there's so many segments where they had the girls pretending like they're robots or machines, and so like they would do
I
these
think
really stiff movements in anime, and it worked, but they would do some dance choreography, then they'd go back to like the robot, and then they'd do some dance choreography, and they go back to the so like they're constantly switching back and forth in between the two. And I think it would have worked a little better or flowed better if at like the halfway point of the music video, they just shifted gears and did a 180. So like the first half is robot stuff, and then the second half would have been more dance. I think I would have liked it better. The choreography that they did do is really good though. It's very nice and coordinated and stuff like that. I think that my only thing was I'm not the song's okay. It's not a terrible or bad song by any stretch of the imagination. But it's not great either. Not in my opinion. Um it was just mediocre to good. But the choreography was good. I just wish it was more segmented so it made more visual sense. Because when you're watching it, you're like, because where they're at, it looks like a parking deck, honestly, but I don't think it's a parking deck because you never see a car or lines on the road or lines, parking lines for that matter. So, but you've got like these but it other than that, like it looks like a parking deck because you got like all these still they got all these columns and all this concrete around you, and you're like, it's and like they're just dancing in it, and so like you just have these like yeah these segments where it's like okay we're going to be robots now, okay now we're going to dance free, and so visually it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think the message that they were trying to imply was trying to break the system and things like that.
I could see
And
that.
that's
Well,
all I can think of.
and when you're watching the robot segments, like it does feel like they're touching on the idea of conformity
Yeah,
because if I remember correctly, not all the girls go robot at the same time. Like you'll have one person
yeah,
go robot and then like they'll file in one by one, and they'll do it that way. So it's the idea of one's conforming after the other. So I could see that, and then just like breaking down societal barriers. I could totally see that. That makes sense.
yeah. That's one thing I kind of did like about the music video. But yeah, I mean the song was all right. Yeah, it's pretty standard for an NMB anyway. There hasn't been like for me, NMB hasn't really changed the mold personally of what I liked.
Yeah,
But apparently I'm wrong, and 193,000 people think I'm wrong.
it could be more of a marketing push. I mean, you gotta look at their sister groups, and you know they have
Yeah,
a the company that owns them. Like they they can they can move units when they want to. So I think
yeah.
they have a good marketing push.
Always 100,000 whenever they get on, and usually certain songs reappear for more sales. So it's just interesting to see on that side of the market deal. But yeah, it's
Like I said, it's not a bad song, and I will say um there's been other songs on the number one that make in my mind less sense than this one. I'm looking at you, Lemon. Like again, the B song is awesome, but the A song just doesn't hit much on me. But it's killing it, and more power to you if you love that song. I'm not trying to sit here and cut you down if you love that song. By all means, own it. But for me, it just does nothing. So Desire, it's again, it's not. It'll never be my favorite song, but I can see why it's up here at the minimum. I mean, you got the company that owns them. You have a good marketing push. It's still a halfway decent song. People, a lot of people heard it. It's like, yeah, I can get into it, and the maybe people are really into the message behind the song and not necessarily the music itself, which is also a thing that we have to consider.
yeah. But yeah, let's go on to the album side. Starting off first, it is number 10 once again. Hugh Jackman. Just Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie. I don't
Greatest
know how much
Showman.
he sings, but
He
yeah.
sings, I want to say, like 2/3 of the songs on this.
Hugh Jackman should just give up his acting career, become full blown music star. Pull a Katy Perry.
Pull a Katy Perry. Hey man, I don't mind that. He would be well received in Japan like Katy Perry is.
I'm honestly a little surprised. Well, maybe she hasn't had any major album releases, but I'm honestly surprised because when I was in Japan, I know this was 4 years
Hmm.
ago when Miley Cyrus was at her absolute peak. But like all the people that I talked to, you would ask them like who they loved and everything like that. It was always Miley Cyrus, Miley Cyrus, Miley Cyrus. So it's really interesting to every week come on the Oricron, and there's only been two English songs of English albums of note that have been on this list, and it's The Greatest Showman and the Judas Priest album. That's it. And those are polar opposites as far as you could place them. In my mind, you would imagine because, yeah. So, just saying, I find it interesting that there's not more American groups on here.
Yeah, yeah, it is very interesting. But then again, I don't think like a lot of things that is very popular here from what I listen to on the radio when I'm driving to work is R&B stuff, and unfortunately, R&B stuff isn't as popular in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, Japan's got a lot of really talented R&B artists, and I mean, we never talk about them. They just never chart, which is sad because it's a really good genre.
Yeah, but yeah, The Greatest Showman once again sold 8,453 copies. Got preference that once again because number nine sold pretty much closely as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, going on to number nine, it is 092 by HKT48. Once again, coming up from the ridges there.
Yeah. I mean, this album's been out since December, so the fact that it's still able to pull some numbers says a lot. Is this the Hokkaido group?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Hakata. Yeah, Hakata. Sapporo 48 hasn't made a single yet, I think. So Hakata down near south.
How many
But yeah,
48 groups are there
off the top of my head,
off the top
within
of your
Japan
head?
within Japan itself six. You got AKB, SKE, NMB, HKT, Sapporo. You got the boat one also.
Isn't that NMD? No, you already said
That's
NMD.
STU.
Yeah.
STU. You get that the cruise one also, and then you got Sapporo 48, which just recently came out. Um, yeah, that's off the top of my head. You also got Jakarta 48, JKT 48. You also got Manila 48, MNL, which is the Filipino one. They just started taking people too. Yeah, yeah, they got quite a array. You got SDN 48, but that ain't nothing no more. You got OJS 48 also, which is Ojisan 48, which was the cleanup crew for the AKB 48 concerts that would sing songs. Hey man, they were the best. Ojisan 48.
I'll have to
And
take
then
your word on that.
obviously, yeah, and then obviously they also had the Chinese one, but the Chinese one they're not associated with Akimoto's brand anymore. So you got the Shanghai 48, Beijing 48. Yeah, think they also have Taiwan, but I'm not too sure. That's just off the top of my head.
I did not realize it was such an expensive empire.
Yeah, yeah. Akimoto and just his money bags just go all over the place.
Akimoto, if you ever need an heir, just let me know. I'll be more than happy
I
to
think
inherit your fortune.
I, I think he does. I'm not too sure. I'm not. I really don't know. I only knew that he married one of his former idols. That's as much, and I've seen them occasionally in Hawaii, but that's pretty much it.
Like I said,
He always comes by himself with his wife.
if
Just
you need
need
an
an
heir,
heir.
I'm your man. I will keep the the dream alive. I will keep your brand going in any way that I can.
But yeah, it this sold wonderfully 8,824 copies. Not too bad itself. But going on up to number 8, there's Good Luck Tra by Takehata Pistol. And if you guys don't remember this, Takehata Pistol is this it's a single man group. He appeared on the Kohaku this past year, and he only has guitar, and he usually generally sings ska type of music or like acoustic guitar type of music, which is really cool. And I'm very happy that this album actually got on. I was wondering what happened to him after his Kohaku debut. Yeah, and I really did like Here We Go, which is the second song, and I Miss You, which is the ninth song. You can purchase this, and if you guys have a Japanese Apple Music account, it's available for free. But yeah, I'm fairly happy that he's continuing on with the music stuff, and he got some fame out of it.
Yeah,
Plus the the uh the cover art is really killer.
it's unique and really cool to people thumb wrestling, but they're one thumb is a bird and the other thumb I think it's an elephant.
Yeah, looks pretty
Very
cool.
dope.
But yeah, it sold 10,900 copies right there. Not too bad itself. But yeah, going on up to number 7. New chapter number 1, Chance of Love by Toho Shinki, Volume 8. I think that was just random words that I just said together. But this is by Toho Shinki. This is their, I guess, after their renewal stuff, they're still trying to become a little bit more relevant. But now they're breaking up into volumes, I guess, what they're releasing.
Guess so.
Not even sure. Yeah, we can't even access it on the chart because we haven't been able to
Yep.
see it. So I think it's only a couple songs. I think it's a mini album if I remember correctly. But yeah, not much we can say about that. It sold 11,000 copies. Pretty good. Pretty good. But going on up to number 6. It is the Idolmaster Million Live Master Sparkle 8.
Really like their master sparkles.
Yeah. But, you know, this one has the at symbol in the master.
As
But
it should.
they don't have the at symbol in Sparkle. Then again, I think that would be killing the brand a little bit if they just replace all A's with at signs.
Yeah, it would be killing the brand just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little. But yeah, that sold a wonderful 13,000 copies. And continuing on to number 5, No Time by June K from 2 p.m. It's really funny because I think he uses a different name in 2 p.m. but they just romanized it to Junkei to make it more cool and mysterious.
If you're reading it in a hurry, it looks like junk.
Well,
Just
okay, that's his new
J-U-N-K.
name now. It's just Junk.
Junk. Because I mean, you have JUN. There's a period, and then there's a uppercase K. But if you're just scrolling and you're not paying any attention, that's junk.
Junk by 2 p.m. You know what's funny is he's the lead vocalist of 2 p.m.
And 2 p.m. is a fine time in the afternoon.
It is a fine time in the afternoon, but it's not 9 in the afternoon.
No, it is not.
No,
It's 2.
but that sold once a very lovely 14,700 copies. The Korean invasion just does not stop there. We'll talk more about that when we get up to number 1.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, going up to number 4. Once again, it's Sakana Action. So I'm pretty happy with the album Sakana Zukan. Their best of album, it dropped just a little bit, but I'm happy it's still on the chart there.
Yeah, it is nice to see that they have some staying power. It's
Yeah,
it's always because like I know with like Scandal, like we were hoping they did good. And, I mean they charted, but they were on the chart for literally a single week and they were off the next. So it's nice to see a band that you really like and they hang around for a little while.
yeah,
Shows people are enjoying them.
yeah, it does. And if you want to hear more stuff about our first impressions about it, just listen to last week's episode. And yeah, it sold a lovely 15,422 copies. But yeah, going up to number 3, Watashi Tachi wa Ano Hi Yugata no Shiteiru by AKB48. Once again. But this album is pretty dope. I'm pretty happy that it made it come back once again.
It is a really good album. It's been a while since I heard it, but I do remember really, really liking it. So it is definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I'm just kind of happy because like this is Mayu's last song is also on here. So not that the Juichi got to know Anklet, but one of the side songs that she sung is on this album. So it's good to see that this album had some staying power or returning power because it pops up every once in a while if I remember correctly.
I will say I really, really like that Anklet song. That is a really good song.
But yeah,
No shame.
that sold that sold a wonderful 24,900 copies, close to 25,000. We'll just round it up there. But yeah, going on up to number 2, Big Yale by Yuzu. I'm actually quite happy that Yuzu's back. If you guys don't know, Yuzu is a I guess they're a pair or a duo artists singles that they mostly deal like really relaxing acoustic guitaring sounds and E-Call their number 3 song and 13 Utano Call and of course number 1 the Kiko Call listening call is really good. One of my favorite songs on the album. And I'm happy they've been in the industry for quite a while, I believe. So it's good to see that Yuzu is actually doing well. So
I have to check them out. They sound good.
yeah, they're pretty dope. But
Hopefully, when I start my new
this,
career, I'll have more free time to check some stuff out. Lately, things have been crazy.
yeah, but yeah, that sold a lovely 80,500 copies. Not too bad. but everything just got blown out of the water with number one
Yes, it did.
by Face Yourself by BTS, and I think this is their third Japanese album. And it's just a lot of it is just a lot of reprint stuff from from Korean to Japanese. I think DNA is also is a big your favorite song, Mic Drop.
Oh yeah, oh Lord. Okay. All
Yeah, so
right, Japan, you guys are letting me down. Oh,
but
you're
yeah,
right. This
that
is their
also
third
showed.
album, Following Youth, released in September.
Yeah, and I'm happy that it actually did so well. But yeah, hold on. It sold a wonderful 282,000 copies, and I'm happy that it's selling well. You know,
Yeah,
BTS they have international fame, so it's it's pretty cool to see them that they're expanding much more into the Japanese market. And BTS is a huge band. If you check out their numbers on YouTube and stuff, like even for a Korean band, I'm just surprised how internationally appealing that they are.
let's see. Let's see. BTS. I have you two up already. 14 million. Uh, Euphoria 1 week ago has 14 million views. That's
In
called
one
viral,
week,
my
wow.
yeah. Mic Drop has 221 million views.
Well, I mean, remember how popular Mic Drop was?
Yeah, it was really popular. Uh, like the closest, like the lowest one is the some dude cried after an argument with Jin. BTS burned the stage up 4. That has 1.2 million views.
Wait, wait.
1.2 million people tuned in to see a dude cry. That's dedication in
That is
fans.
power. That is power. But yeah,
Apparently
282,000
BTS was
copies.
on Riverdale.
They were. Oh god.
Scrolling down, there's an MTV news thing. Uh oh no, wait, never mind. It's late. I'm tired and I don't know how to read. BTS is short for behind the scenes, and they're doing a whole thing on a musical episode on Riverdale. Sorry,
I was gonna
I'm
say, wow, Korea has been stepping the game up.
no, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I've been up since 5:30. It's 10:30 here. I'm pretty wiped. Uh,
But yeah, well, we'll just wrap this up. We're pretty much done here anyway. But yeah, with that, you can once again give us a call. Not to give us a call. You can reach us at ongaku2u@gmail.com. Check out our Twitter at ongaku2u. Look up our
yes,
Instagram at ongaku2u. And of course, check out our brand new site at ongaku2u.com.
Ken has put a lot of blood, sweat, and pixels into it. So,
Yes.
and
And I
and Jason
really
Schreier,
want
don't sue
to.
me for stealing your book title. Please don't.
And I want to give a huge thanks to Vaya, a good friend of mine. She is the reason why the site looks well, sounds correctly as it does. Let's just say that much.
Oh. I I mean, it looks really good, especially considering how none of us have experience in web design. So it is. I'm real happy and excited how the site turned out, and Uh, it's going to go through some changes, obviously. We're still fine tuning it, but only good things are to come. And I
Yeah.
am excited to see how things are going to change and shape up. And I am uber excited. The the morning after you got the URL, I texted my mother the link. I'm like, we got a website. This is so crazy because when we started this journey back in December, if you told me by April we'd have a website, I'd be like, you're crazy. By April you'd have a single episode with over 1,500 listens. I told you you're crazy. Probably because all of our episodes deserve that many listens and we only have one. But still, you're crazy. Um, we do think the loyal people that listen and tune in every week, we do see the numbers, and we do know that we have people who are here every week with us, and we really appreciate it. Um,
Oh, we do.
but tell your friends, tell your family, anybody that's interested in Japanese music. We're excited in growing the listener base, and we're excited to see where this takes us. And we'll definitely need y'all's help for that. So spread the word, uh, definitely. And uh, we're gonna try to figure out what makes the magic work for that singular episode. I've got an idea, and that would mean some very interesting implications for the show. But at this point, there's only one thing I can think of that caused that show to stand out, and that's just I forgot to edit it. So some words were left in there. So it
I mean,
happens.
everyone does love Wanima.
It's true, and Japan showed it. We've showed it. It is not a wrong statement, but I don't know. We're trying to figure things out because we definitely want to grow the listener base. So just let us know, and yeah,
And those who are listening from Koryu Hunter, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So please help us as we grow our brand here. Thank you very much.
and if if English is not your native language, don't be afraid to shoot us an email in Japanese. That's what Ken's for. He'll be able
Yeah,
to read
that's
it.
yeah, that's pretty much what I'm here for. Um, but yeah, but yeah. With that, I want to thank you once again for listening to Ongaku to You, Dos Compadres edition. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we'll get Luna back on.
Well,
And
I
we
think she
are
said
going
she's not
to,
available next week as well. So
yeah. If not, it's going to be Dos Compadre edition all the way up to probably the Kodakumi episode. So
yeah, yeah. Kodakumi, she'll definitely be back, but we also might have to postpone the Kodakumi. There's some private things going on behind the scenes, and we want to deliver the best possible product to you guys. And if that means putting it off another 2 weeks, that means putting it off another 2 weeks because family emergencies happen and they things have to be taken care of. But we'll keep you guys posted. Definitely check the Twitter, and if necessary, we will definitely post it on the website as well because that is news uh, worth you guys at least. We might put it in a different segment because it's not news, but it is news, just
yeah,
not news. But yeah,
yeah. But yeah, I want to thank you once again to listening to Ongaku to You. I'm Ken. You guys have a wonderful day.
and I'm Gray. You guys have an excellent evening.